poppin'? It's Chxrry, and I am a singer from Toronto.
I like to keep it clean, white tee, but I like to do my dirt low key.
I actually saw you perform at one of your first shows at the Soho House.
It was really bad.
Some years ago.
It was really bad.
So I want to know, what have you learned as an artist since then, since that moment?
How much time do you have?
First of all, I don't think it was bad at all. Was that actually your first show? Because sometimes people
Yeah.
just say it's my first show.
No, it was.
It was your first show.
I was shaking like a stripper. Like, I couldn't even get, like, my words out.
You were nervous.
I was so nervous.
I don't blame you to be nervous whatsoever.
And so many people came. I was very shocked that many people showed up.
For the first part of the show, was watching you, and then within like the first 20 minutes, I couldn't even see you anymore because it was just so packed. And I was sitting next to Nelly Furtado.
I know.
I was
she
like,
did
what the hell?
come. I was like, Nelly Furtado, what are you doing
No, it was
here?
pretty sick. I was like, oh shit. And I had just joined the house at that time too, and you were like one of the cooler acts to come through and perform. So,
Thanks.
what have you learned? Maybe performance-wise.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
let's
you want to
start
like
there.
narrow it down.
It's
Performance? Oh, just like have fun and like nothing really matters.
Yeah.
Have fun, have personality on stage. I think people forget like how important it is for people to connect with you. I've seen a lot of things said about me.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I do see a lot that like online is like I have really good crowd engagement.
Oh, nice. That's a huge compliment.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like that's like my special thing, like as a performer. Like that's what makes me special, honestly. It's not the moves, it's not the voice, it's not the good looks.
Yeah, right.
It's really just like I really know how to engage with a crowd, and yeah, I think that's like the one thing I've learned.
Have like the nerves gone away, or are they still kind of there, but you know how to control them now?
What was I recently really nervous about? Oh, okay, so my nerves have shifted. I don't get nervous performing. I get nervous to drop songs now.
Oh, okay.
Like
the
I was ill
anticipation.
when main character dropped.
Okay.
Ill.
Just because of the response, like you.
I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like, just take it off. Like, it's not coming out. Because they also had so much anticipation for it. Like, there was so much anticipation for it. I was like, I literally grabbed Steph. I said, what if they hate it? She was like, fucking relax. Sorry, can I swear?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
We're
not on CP24 anymore.
Yeah, no, she was just like, shut up. Like, they're going to like it. And I was like, no. I was like ill. I took so many shots before I dropped it. I'm pretty sure I couldn't get the caption right. It was just a lot.
But that, I feel like, is a good mentality to have now when people are dropping so constantly. And now it sounds like you might be a little bit more precious with what goes out to everybody.
Yeah. Because, like, I've also dropped shit that I'm like, this is the biggest mistake of my life. Can we delete it? And
like looking back, you mean? Like after it's come out? Okay.
Music videos or songs that I like genuinely hate of mine.
Wow.
Yeah, deep hate.
I feel like you're not alone whatsoever in that feeling. Yeah.
No, every artist I know, I'm like, do you like all your stuff? They're like, no, it's cringe. I'm like, okay.
All right, well, I'm happy I'm not alone in that feeling as well. That's good to know. Okay, I'm sure you've answered this 1,000 times, but I want to know, what was it like, maybe not what it was like, but how did you go about getting signed to EXO some years ago?
I wish it was like some like elaborate story. It really was just like, I put out a song and they happened to just be on the internet seeing shit. And it was just, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like back then everybody was like more bored. Sorry,
Yeah.
border. They were more bored and everybody was just on their phones and like you had less people to discover. I don't know.
This is what year exactly?
This was like 2018,
Okay, yeah.
2017.
Yeah. Okay, so pre-pandemic.
Yeah, but I just posted a video and didn't think anything of it. And then it went viral.
Oh.
And then I was like, wait, I'm famous. Like,
Jesus.
dropped out of university. Was like, I'm done. And
Where were you going to university? Say it.
York.
Okay, wow. That makes sense.
Yeah, like if you could hold a fork, you could go to York. Whatever. I really didn't want to go to school. I went because all my friends went. So I was like, what am I going to do every day? Nothing? Like.
No, that's a good mentality to have, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a follower, not a leader. And so like I went and did pretty well my first semester, but I was like, I can't do this. Like I gotta do something else. And asked my friend to take pictures of me. I actually dropped out before the video even went viral. So I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew I couldn't do school anymore.
Oh, you dropped out before that?
Yeah, like I had no plan. Like I didn't even go to like the guidance counselor or whatever they're called and say like, hey, I wanna drop out. I just stopped going.
You know what though? That means that it was like innate. You were just like, okay, I'm not feeling this. I'm destined for something bigger, and you couldn't have been more right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just always been the type of person that like, if I don't like something, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh wow,
I
impressive.
may not have a plan B, but like I'm just like I'm not doing that though.
Hey, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Good sense of pride. I love that.
It's definitely a little unhinged, but like it works out.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries. Okay, that makes sense.
I know. Mentally ill.
Yeah.
What
I'm
are
a
you?
Leo, so I'm very.
Oh my God,
I'm
you
very,
get it.
Yeah.
You
I'm
get
very
it.
on
You get
there.
it. You get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very much like I do what I want.
No, that's good. That's a good mentality to have for what you do. Okay, now
you.
tell me. Okay, so you get signed. You're the first female to ever be signed to XO,
Yeah.
correct? What is that like? I mean, that's a pretty cool cosign. Like, is there some pressure that comes with that? Do you find?
Oh my God, yeah, for sure. I'm just like, brother, I'm not the Weeknd. Like,
Yeah.
people be like, ah. Yeah, there is pressure. I feel like there's just pressure in general.
Yeah.
Being a woman, there's pressure. Being a female artist, there's just so much pressure. But being from the city is also like a thing. I don't know if people realize, but Toronto breeds like amazing artists, like supernatural, like amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like if you don't have a good creative, good music, a good brand, like everything needs to be so great when you're from the city that like that to me is more pressure than being signed to someone. I don't know.
That totally checks out. Also, it sounds like you were in university, which, for us wasn't too long ago, I like to say. But when you look at someone like The Weeknd, who is like, working with Lamar, like when they were in like grade 9, grade 10, you know what I mean? And so they've had more time to cultivate that sound, cultivate those creatives. So I guess maybe that's what you've been working on these last, maybe the first few years of your career.
I feel like I found my like place and like my brand and like figured out, okay, like I really just want to do what I like. I don't really care if no one likes it. And that's starting to really pay off and like work out for me. Because I think at the beginning, a lot of things I did because I thought I was supposed to. Like, even like I read this comment of someone being like, her older stuff was like, older stuff. Mind you, I'm like so fucking new.
Yeah.
Oh, her older stuff was just a lot more, like, I liked it better. You'll get like those one-off comments, like, pick me. And I was like, really? Because it didn't even feel like me. Like, when I hear that, I'm like, I'm crazy. Like, I'm lit. I'm outside. Like, I'm turned.
Yeah.
So it's like that shit. When I sing it live, I'm like, can we wrap this song up? Like, I don't want to sing this. But now I feel like, okay, no, I want to make fast music. I want to make fun songs. I want to hear songs that I would hear in the club, like, and have a good time too.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you this later, but it leads in nicely. So I define your music as like fun, moody, cheeky even.
She's witty.
Yeah. How would you, now that you're kind of entering this next chapter, I'll call it, how would you like to be defined?
How would I like to be defined? Let me think.
And it doesn't have to be, crazy.
Yeah,
like I just
like,
mean like just kind of like the words I described. Like, how do you want people to react to your music? I think you kind of already touched upon it in terms of like, outside, fun.
Just like real. Like that's the only word I could like just authentic. Like very flawed, authentic, open and honest.
Okay.
Whatever it is I'm talking about, I just want to be honest. My stylist and I were talking about being this like pop star like thing and how I'm just a different type of pop star. Like I could never be the like clean image, goody two shoes. Even though I would like to, but then I would just be myself and say something fucked up and then it's like, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're trying to say in terms of like the good image, but I feel like so many of our biggest pop stars kind of have started with being themselves, and that's what has attracted people to them. And then over the years, they become more popular, they become more like the traditional, what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a real archetype in terms of like...
No, there isn't.
Yeah, and especially nowadays, like, it's not even a certain sound that goes pop anymore. It's just you can be any sort of sound or any sort of thing, and then it becomes popular.
Literally,
So I think you're good.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think you got a very good shot at that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Toronto because you're from Scarborough. Where in Scarborough are you from?
Morningside and like Collins area.
Okay, yeah, nice. All right, how has living in Toronto shaped you as an artist?
Having a fan base filled with so many different types of people, it's very easy for me to connect with all of them. And like, I know that's because of where I'm from, because I grew up seeing so many, it's just so diverse here. Like, you could be Jamaican and have like a Filipino neighbor, have an Indian neighbor. So it's like you grow up eating different types of foods, you grow up hearing different languages, grew up seeing different ethnicities, like everything. So now that like translates in the way I interact.
That was like
with
your
people.
focus group, and then now you're
Yeah.
going worldwide, and now
Okay.
you've already tested the audiences because you've all these different.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
you
that.
can make jokes with them. You can talk about their culture. Like I point people out in the crowd. I'll be like, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just say certain things that they'll be like, oh my God, how does she know that? But it's like, because I really grew up seeing different types of people. So
And now that you're back in the city, do you stay in that area, or do you have a
no.
Are you like a West End girl now?
I'm like a downtown Yorkville
Yeah.
type of girl.
That was the best answer. Yeah. Okay. Love that for you. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, I always ask artists this question. I always ask, what is your gateway song? So, what is a track that when someone would hear it, they're automatically hooked to the Chxrry sound?
Main character. This is my new favorite song in the world. And I knew it was great because I liked it outside of myself. I was literally like, damn, if I heard this, I would be like, fuck, I wish I wrote that.
Okay,
Fuck, I wish that was my song. That's when I was like, okay, this is good.
that's high praise. Okay, so romance the song to those who haven't heard it, or
Main character is a song about being the main character and just bigging yourself up.
it's about being the main character. I would have never guessed that. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, no, I literally just walked in the studio and was like, I need like a girl's anthem. Like, I want something that like, you know the way like Dreams and Nightmare?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
in the
yeah,
club,
yeah.
you're like,
okay,
hold on.
yeah.
I needed that for girls, and we don't have it, so I made it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So potentially song of the summer, because we still need one.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Like they're saying it on Twitter, so it's true.
Oh, that is actually a really good basis for what is true.
Twitter
so,
is Bible, so like obviously it's song of the summer, and
Twitter's a
honestly,
hard crowd.
like bitches love the song.
Okay.
It really gets them going. Like
I'm ready
it really
for it.
like it really like creates like a rage almost.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like it makes like girls want to rage, and like very few songs do that. So I feel honored.
All right, I'm about it. Awesome. Is there anything else you want to share or plug or?
Go stream Main Character, and we have a lot of stuff coming soon.
Yeah, are we gearing up towards something?
Yes, we're gearing up towards an album and a couple more singles.
Okay. Hell
But like
yeah.
every day it changes, so like
Yeah.
an album for sure.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Okay, that's it. Told you, smooth sailing.
That was really cute.
Yay,
that was
done.
like talking to Porky.
Right?
I'm like, maybe I'm being too casual. But
No, casual, that's what we want.
that was great. Thank you so much.